Hello, Toads and Toadettes. Today I'm going to be doing something more different than you're probably used to, and this is an in-person video. You can see my hands and my stuff, all my stuff. Today, as you can see, I'm going to be talking about the Nintendo 3DS. I absolutely adore the 3DS. It's one of my favorite consoles. No, I'll say it. It's my favorite video game system of all time, at least right now. Amazing system. Best handheld for sure, and it has one of the best game libraries out of any system there is. So much good games, and today I'm going to be helping you guys out with maybe if you're just starting your 3DS collection. It's going to be the 3DS must-buys before these games go up in price. Some of these are already expensive, some of these are pretty cheap. I'm doing this also because the eShop is closing, so if this is also just must-buys for people who are just looking to get games digitally. I won't be saying the prices for those, but these are definitely the must-buys. If you're going to get some 3DS games, get these games first. This is trying to me taking my personal opinion out of this. This is kind of just general consensus, kind of good games. This is not by no means my favorite 3DS games, but these are some good ones. I do have favorites that are not in this video that I'll get to in future videos. I'm gonna make a 3DS collecting saga, I guess you could call it. Now I'm gonna start out with 3DS must-buys. So, first game I want to knock out here, and it's a pretty easy one to get because it's pretty cheap. It's also a pretty obvious one, and that is Super Mario 3D Land. If you have a 3DS, you basically own this game. How could you not have Super Mario 3D Land? It takes the classic 3D Mario gameplay and mashes it together with 2D Mario linear level design, while adding new power-ups like the Tanuki Leaf, the boomerang, and the little boxes. The boxes were in this game as well. I'm pretty sure, yeah, the propeller box, stuff like that. Such a good game. Perfect pick up and play game. Just be watching TV, and you're just playing Super Mario 3D Land. It's the perfect pick up and play game. It's also very cheap. People looking to just get this physically, it's around $12, $13, $14, $15, in that range, I'd say. Fantastic 3DS game, fantastic Mario game. I'd say it's the worst 3D Mario, but it's not because it's bad, it's just because the other ones are better. Absolute must-buy on the system. The last one for the Mario franchise I have here is Mario Kart 7. Mega nostalgic game. Both of these are nostalgic for me. Such a good game. It added so much for the Mario Kart as a spin-off series. Gliding, underwater sections, the first person, that crap, the first person driving, but we don't really talk about that. New power-ups, Lucky 7, Tanuki Leaf, Fire Flower, all returning powers besides the Lucky 7, but it has now like the Crazy 8. Also, the track selection is one of the best in Mario Kart. You have new tracks like Neo Bowser City, Music Park, Daisy Hills, Wario Shipyard, and the returning tracks like Waluigi Pinball, Airship Fortress, Daisy Cruiser, Mushroom Gorge, Coconut Mall was in this game as well, the good Coconut Mall, not the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe one. Overall, fantastic game. People who are looking to get this physically, you can probably find this one for the same price, $12, $13, $14, $15, in that range. Absolutely fantastic game. Love it. Also, both of these games are pretty cheap on the 3DS eShop as well. Keep that in mind for people who are not really caring about physical games. You can get those on the 3DS eShop for cheap. Next is Animal Crossing New Leaf. Now, if you're looking for another game that's like Animal Crossing New Horizons, this is pretty different. It doesn't have the same feel. I feel like this game is better, has a better feel. I like the setting better, where you're in a town, you're the mayor. You can't do whatever you want. That's kind of what New Horizons is going for, but you're limited, but it's better. I like the music, the atmosphere is just better. There's more stuff to do, I feel, in the game, not just there's like, two shops in New Horizons? There's a whole entire shopping district in this game. There's also like the Animal Crossing Puzzle League, a whole entire puzzle game in this game. Amazing game, it has online too, which Mario Kart 7, by the way, also has online. You can play with your friends. Just amazing game. If you're looking to get this physically, you can probably find this for around $18 to $20, $18, $19, $20. Another cheap 3DS game, also cheap on the 3DS eShop here. Amazing game. Get this game. Must buy on the 3DS system. Very nostalgic game for me. Alright, next we're going to move on to the Zelda franchise. And I wanted to start with The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. What is there not to like about A Link Between Worlds? Zelda is a franchise that really got me this into Nintendo. It's just such a good franchise. There's like barely any bad games, and this one for sure is one of its best. I would say it's one of the best 2D Zeldas. It takes the map from A Link to the Past and makes it modern. This time you can merge into paintings and like to walls and all that. Just such a good game. The combat system is also fixed, and not like the hitbox in A Link to the Past. It's not a remake. It's another game, just kind of reusing A Link to the Past stuff. There's the low rule as well, similar to the Dark World. Amazing game, renting system. The dungeons is so. What is there not to like? It's also another cheap game. Also the same price as Animal Crossing and New Leaf, probably $19, $20, $18. You can find it in eShop is another cheap one. This is probably $20 in eShop. Amazing game. Absolutely love The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. One of the best games on 3DS. Must buy. Must buy. Next for Zelda is The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time 3D. Man, this game is good. I wouldn't say, there's a lot of people who say Ocarina of Time is the best 3D Zelda. It's arguably the best 3D Zelda. I wouldn't really say it's the best 3D Zelda. It is one of the best 3D Zeldas though. Such an amazing game. Takes Zelda into a 3D atmosphere. Obviously, this is not the Ocarina of Time. It was an N64 game, but remaking this on 3DS was perfect. 3D is amazing. I love the bottom screen for your map, your items. The gyro was pretty good. I like the boss rush mode they had in this. When you're talking about as Ocarina of Time as well, dungeons are amazing, just not the water temple. Just the bosses, the story is beautiful, the soundtrack. Another cheap 3DS game, probably $20 on the eShop as well. You can probably find it for $20. Amazing 3DS game. The last for Zelda, I know I have a lot of Zeldas here, I'm a big Zelda guy, is The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D. Basically, they did the same with Ocarina of Time 3D. You can put it in 3D now. There's bottom screens for your map, your items. They just remade Majora's Mask from the N64. This game, I'm talking about it as just Majora's Mask instead of a remake. It's different from Ocarina of Time. It uses the 3-day time management kind of thing with the moon falling. Still though, fantastic game. Arguably better than Ocarina of Time 3D. Just such a good game. Also another cheap one, probably the same price, $20. $20 in the eShop probably also. Must buy as well. All of these games, like I'm saying, are must buy. It's absolutely fantastic games. Next, we're going to be moving on to the pink puffball. That's right, Kirby Planet Robobot. This is the only 3DS game I put on this list. Other Kirby games on 3DS are also fantastic games. This is just the best one. Best 2D Kirby by far. Now, the only thing I want to mention about this right off the bat, it's expensive for physical collectors. 3DS eShop, you can find it for $40. If anyone wants to get this for physically, I see it going for $100. I got it when it was $40, MSRP price, 2016. Planet Robobot, man. All the new copyabilities are amazing. You got Dr. Poison. There was like a NES reference, I'm pretty sure, of a copyability. I might be wrong. It's been a while since I played this. The amiibos as well. The level design is amazing. I love the Haltman Corp story. The Robobot armor. There's copyabilities for that as well. It's just such an amazing Kirby game. For sure, the best 2D Kirby experience. Alright, next, the final game on this must-buy list, but this is not my only final 3DS game, and that is a Pokemon one, and that being Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon. Why do I own both of these? I'm a Nintendo collector. We like to waste money. So, these games also, right off the bat, same with Kirby Planet Robot over there, they're a bit expensive. $40 for these on the eShop probably, and both for them physically, 40 each. But man, are these good games. I wouldn't say they're the best Pokemon games, but they're definitely the best Pokemon experiences on 3DS. They have the Alola region, man, Gen 7, some of the best Pokemon in my opinion. I love Gen 7. I like how it kind of changed gym battles. Gym battles are kind of gone and instead replaced with, what were they called, like trials or something like that. The story, I like the story as well. Online as well. You can trade, battle, I'm pretty sure. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, man. Some of the best Pokemon games. Definitely the best Pokemon games on the Nintendo 3DS. And there you have it, guys. That is my Nintendo 3DS must-buys. Obviously, this is not my full collection. I have over 50 plus 3DS games. This is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, if you count both of these. I have a lot of 3DS games that I want to go over. In the future, I will make a 3DS collection video where I'm going over all my games that I have, just maybe not as in-depth as I did today. 3DS, what are the best systems? Like I said, get these games. These are the definitely must-buys for the Nintendo 3DS, games that you have to get. I try to get a variety here: Mario, Kirby, Zelda, Pokemon, Animal Crossing. There's obviously there's a lot of other good 3DS games that I'll get over next. Hint, my next video is going to be the underrated games of this system. Absolutely love the Nintendo 3DS. These are the must-buys, and I'd even say the 3DS is a must-buy. On that note, guys, I'll see you in the next one.